So hi Trendkill, my name is Astromarine, and you asked a couple of questions in your last video of your Dark Souls playthrough, and I just thought I'd make this video to answer them quickly rather than try to get around like the character limit on YouTube comments and stuff like that, because it's a lot of stuff to answer. So, a couple of different things. So first you mentioned boss weapons. So, boss weapons are made out of these souls, of course. The Anor Londo blacksmith is the guy that you want to transform these things. And the problem is you kind of need a walkthrough if you really want to investigate that shit, because it's like each weapon requires a soul and a very specific weapon to make something. So for example, the Chaos Blade you mentioned, that's Quelaag's soul plus a katana, and it needs to be at plus 10. So you can't just take their all the weapons you have and see what sticks. You're gonna have to upgrade all of them. So Katana plus 10 plus Quelaag's Soul equals the Chaos Blade. You can also use Quelaag's Soul with a curved sword, like a falchion or a scimitar, to make, I think it's a Fury Sword, I think that's what it's called. So each soul will have a couple of different choices that you can use. Civ, for example, has 3 choices, two different weapons and a shield. This needs like a mace or a club plus 10, I believe. So there's a bunch of shit that you can do. Most of them is kind of worthless, but it's neat at least, and they have like unique effects sometimes or unique graphics. So they're pretty cool to do. If you have the souls already, you just need to spend some souls upgrading the specific weapons. And yeah, like, dude, go look at a wiki on the internet or something just to figure out which weapons you need to upgrade, because otherwise it's madness just upgrading random shit from your inventory to try to find what works. So the other thing, the main thing I think, is magic. You're kind of unsure how it works. So there's 3 types of magic. There's sorcery, faith, so miracles, and pyromancy. Pyromancy is the one that probably you care about the most, because the good thing about pyromancy is it doesn't need any stats. So at the moment you've invested almost everything into physical, and that's fine. Like, I have, my stats suck in terms of magic, but I still use pyromancy like a lot. So the thing for pyromancy that you need is this flame right here, and there's a shitload of really cool spells, like for example this just makes fucking inferno all around you. So it's really nice. Also, there's like some really cool buffs that make you a shitload stronger and stuff like that. So what you need for pyromancy is your flame, which you have one as well, but you need to upgrade it. So Quelaag's sister, or Engi, so that the little dude with the eggs on his back near where you fought Quelaag, they upgrade. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm typing bullshit. It's not Engi, it's Laurentius, if he's still alive in your game. And then Quelaag's sister. They upgrade your pyromancy flame. You can go there, spend some souls, upgrade your flame, and it makes your spells stronger. You can also buy spells from them and from Engi as well. So you can go all the way, I believe, to plus 15, and then Quelaag's sister can ascend your flame, which is just, it makes it into a kind of stronger flame, and then you can upgrade that to plus 5. So it's a shitload of souls that you need to spend, but the end result is pretty damn cool, because you can just one-shot fools with pyromancy sometimes. Sorcery, you kind of need intelligence. And for miracles, you need faith, as you can probably imagine. They're less useful for you. Faith is kind of like, healing is nice and a few buffs, but it's nothing extremely major unless you want to go for PvP. Like, there's a lot of PvPers that use faith. And sorcery is kind of like a different character type altogether. Like, you can really rock face with sorcery, but you kind of need to invest right from the beginning, and you need to tailor your whole playthrough around that. So I don't know how useful it's going to be for you, but it has some couple of things. Like, there's a sorcery spell called Enchant Weapon that just gives you a little buff to your blade, which yeah, it's just extra damage, but it's always nice, and you don't need too much intelligence to get it. I got 16 myself just because I like just to have a couple of utility spells like casting light over my head for the Abyss or for Tomb of the Giants and stuff like that was really useful, and so on. But yeah, like Pyromancy, I really do recommend that you get it and just buy some spells around the place, because yeah, it's really fun. It looks really cool, and it can help you in a bind. Just like crowd control, you can throw it against multiple people and stuff like that. The last kind of little question you asked was about like this place, because you said, yeah, this looks so interesting and so weird, but there's like nothing here. Well, that's not really the case. The thing is, like, a lot of stuff in Dark Souls is hidden. Like you complained at the last video of your first playthrough before you went into New Game Plus. You complained that there's no story and so on. There actually is. It's just that it's all hidden. Like, you find characters during your game, and you kind of need to talk to them, and there's a couple of conditions that if they're true, then you might find them again later in a different situation. Like Solaire is one of them. You can always see Solaire wherever you go in your travels, and there's a way to make him go even further without dying, which is relatively obscure, but it can happen. So what you need is, yeah, to keep talking with them. Try to be human as much as you can, because lots of NPCs just show up that way, either in invasions or just as signs to summon them from bosses and stuff like that. So, for example, Solaire shows up here in one of the situations. Like, if you find him back there, and then later you can come here, and for some reason he's just standing over there. And this place is also special because there's a covenant here. Unfortunately, you need enough faith to see it. Like, I don't see anything anywhere in here because my faith is I don't know, 8 or 9. Yeah, 8. So there's no chance. I think you need 25 faith to see the covenant here. With some reductions if you do co-op, but you haven't done any. So, like, covenants are also a lot of way where you can get some of the story and some of the and some shit's like really hidden. So that guy that sells spells on Firelink, like, he's actually a killer. He kills and betrays and kills that female cleric that you found in Tomb of the Giants, and he will kill her later if you don't do anything about it. And a lot of like really hidden story stuff that's really cool to investigate, but probably not the best thing to do if you're making like a YouTube playthrough, because a lot of it involves, you know, like reading item descriptions and shit like that. So yeah, I think that's about all you asked. I can't remember anymore right now. So thanks for watching this, and I'll see you around, and keep doing great videos, man. I really love them.